Y'all knew this one was coming. Y'all knew it! I'm going to be playing some Ksenia today. We're going to play some Ksenia because I feel like it. We're going to play Cosmic Captain Ksenia, and we're going to try to win! It might not happen. Ksenia is one of those knots that's very difficult to play, tends to be very active in terms of, you know, trying not to, like, die and stuff. I have a nasty sentry trick on this map that's good. Awesome. Glad to hear it. We are queuing with Lyn and with Axes. Just as an FYI, so, I mean, they volunteered. They wanted a queue, and I'm like, well, you guys know I'm recording, right? So, the one thing that always frustrates me, at least a little bit, about this is that it's going to affect the matchmaking in some way, shape, or form. If Lyn's on point, then this is going to be really good. If Axes is on point, it's going to be really good. The downside is that if people aren't on point, then we're going to have a very bad time because everyone's expecting me to be on point, and I'm playing Ksenia. And, I mean, that's pretty much rock bottom as far as play goes. The last time I played Ksenia, it was against Blatoy. After 40 minutes, I was the worst player in the game. The other time I played Ksenia, I was up against Nikki and Ubi. After about 15 minutes, I was the worst player in the game. Like, it wasn't good. This episode, we'll see what happens. We're the only melee character on the team, really. And we'll see how it goes. So, okay, Axis is using my build. Good. This means only good things will happen. Choink. There gets the of course. But of course. They have a bot on their team, which again leads me to believe that things are not all that they should be. I'll take that kill somehow. I'm kind of tempted to just like wait here for a minute and see what happens. No, they're not gonna fall for it. That's fine. Go upstairs. They don't need you to get stuff there. They're gonna try to set up a Ulip gaze, but I'm not gonna let them do that. No, I'm gonna run around the map. I'm gonna do some other stuff instead. Collect some kills. Go over here. Start clearing. Ksenia is one of those knots. Oh my god. Well then, that could have gone better. We got a double kill. Give me a second, guys. Just like a minute. I'm grabbing Wraithstone. So now I have enough HP to actually survive an arrow, which is a little important. Ksenia, as I was trying to say before I was so rudely interrupted. Come on, guys. Ksenia is a character that can honestly clear faster than a lot of different people. She's got a lot of potential for getting rid of droid waves, simply thanks to the fact that she has. Oh, excuse me. Thanks to the fact that she can cleave in an area for a decent amount of damage, honestly. Her triple combo left clickers are pretty solid, so we'll actually pick up the kill there, which is surprising. I honestly felt that he was behind the turret, but like, okay, I'll take it. And, you know, that clear makes it very, very helpful if she's in a lane where she's not being harassed. However, she does have a couple of downsides, and namely, she's very melee, she's very squishy. At 1350 HP, she doesn't actually have a ton of HP to survive with. Compared to a good chunk of the rest of the cast. She has more HP than Lone Star, though, hilariously, which is sensical considering that she has... I mean, she has to be melee and Lone Star doesn't. So there's that going for it, at least. Nice. And let's see, what else do I need to talk about Ksenia? Oh, yeah, she's got probably the highest skill ceiling in the game for a character of her type. The reason for this is because she actually has not only a silence, but the silence is directly attached to the only naturally occurring... Sorry, she has an invisible. She has an invisibility, which is the shortest lasting invisibility out of the two characters that can go invisible. But on top of that, she also seems to have... Thank you. She also seems to have... Like you have, okay, first off, invisibility is great. It also has the only naturally occurring silence in the game, so knowing how to use that's important. On top of that, she is the only person in the game that relies on attack canceling to do the vast majority of her damage as quickly as you need it to get done. Like, if you screw up your attack canceling, you're gonna have a bad time, is my point. You also only have a certain number of charges on your knives, and missing your knives ends up being a bad day as well. Like, there's a lot going on with this character, which makes her a lot of fun to play. Okay, that's still fine. 2 for 2 is okay here. I probably should have gone a little bit more aggressive, but I didn't think we were actually going to go in, so that's my bad. Anyway, Because of all the things that you need to keep track of with Ksenia, she is very, very difficult to play correctly. However, played correctly, she is an absolute monster, as we're finding out this game, having gone 4-1. We've been getting a kill a minute. It's been really, really strong. Granted, they've had a bot for the first little while, but, like, we like, Scoop wasn't exactly, like, the first target we killed. I think we might have killed him once, but that's it. Okay, dealt a little bit of damage, but I'm gonna back off for now. So, one of the, like, there are a couple of key things you need to keep in, oh. Almost. There's some really good damage in there, so I'm quite pleased about that. But one of the things you need to keep in mind with this character is how unbelievably fragile she is. Like, in all actuality, she's incredibly fragile. Ah, crap. And if you don't land her stuff properly, she's even squishier than she ought to be. What just happened there? Okay, so this Ulip is actually just off the chain laggy. No regen? Okay, never mind. So it was damage over time. Good, that's fine. Shit. Good. Come on, come on, come on. Doing damage. Almost. Fine. You do not get that one. And then you died to Teleburst. Okay, I'll take it. Now, in this particular case, I get the feeling that we're on the right side of history. Like, we're playing against people that are not capable of dealing with this, Ksenia. And the biggest... Okay. That's weird and frustrating. That means that we're going to have a major stack of droids in a second and that can't be damaged easily. The major thing you need to keep in mind with this character... What? What? Okay, well, who's the host? Shiki, okay. Shiki is apparently having a very bad time. Like, a very bad time. She is gone. So gone. I've missed every knife I've put out, so, you know, that's par for the course for me, honestly. Okay, this is not a situation where I can manage to deal what I need to do here. Ksenia is not very good at sustaining damage over a long period of time, is one of her big weaknesses. So if you can manage to, like, survive her initial burst, so long as you don't, like, get completely caught out and you dodge a good chunk of her stuff, yeah, you're in a much better position. Other things include being able to put down snares, stuns, traps, like anything that you'd use against Froggy G here would be a good move. See this guy? He's running. He's running because he knows it's good for him. I'm gonna take it easy for a second. Grab one of these. Look at that. All my HP is back. Thank you, Wraithstone. You're beautiful. Nice shot. Run. I do not have the HP to stand up to this right now. If I get shot by one arrow, I'm toast. Just keep an eye out for arrows. Don't teleport home. Because if you're teleporting home, you're standing still. Okay, we don't need to go home. We're good. We managed to pick up a creep. And we're still killing people. Like, we are in no danger of really losing this. If we lose this, it's on us. So, as boring as this episode might be, at least it's illustrating kind of what a team with Ksenia is capable of doing. See, the thing that they do not have on their team is currently the ability to deal with Ksenia. Apparently, they're playing, like, really aggressively and putting themselves in solo encounters against me and against my team, which is obviously not helping. Ulip is incapable of doing anything right now, so that helps as well. There's not much really going on here in terms of, like, the game. Like, we're doing fine ourselves. Oh, okay. He says he misses 2 daggers. Really good move. But if you want really good tips for how to play Ksenia, look up a guy in the Awesomenauts community called Edster or Sam. Both of them have played this character extensively and know how the character works. And her, like, capabilities, her powers, her, like, player style and skill and all that stuff. If you can use her, she's a monster. She's one of those few characters in this game, I think, that can honestly just do a single target carry. So, like, the amount of damage I just dealt there was pretty dumb. I actually feel proud about that. I feel proud. Axis is killed. Like, we should be still out there doing stuff, but, like, I've got other things to do here. I'm gonna go ahead and pick up a bunch of upgrades. I'm not even gonna bother really explaining what they all do. What I just picked up effectively was just my scissors now can deal more damage. I can get scissors more easily, and I now have a slow on my scissors as well. So the scissors are the dagger that I throw out and stick to walls, and you get the idea. But now if I manage to hit with all my left clicks, I get a bursty scissor, which I now currently have. Now, Slow, this is good content. I don't know. Is it? Is it, though? Oh, you think you're safe. Put out a decent amount of damage there, but not nearly enough to keep my ass alive for longer than that, so I decided to back out. Brought to you by Channel 7 News. Yay! Thanks, Sentry, Lynn. Okay. So right now we're coming to the stage of the game where I tend to do badly with this character because I can't land my scissors to save my life. Apparently, never mind. I'm good. I'm good. Only mildly. But yeah, like, how do we deal with this? So right now, as far as this game is concerned, there's not like the game is good. We're doing fine. We're actually doing better than fine. We're doing amazingly. And the only thing that's stopping us from winning right now is the fact that, you know, we hadn't killed 2 people at the same time yet. Now we have. And I have to be a little careful here. I could have gotten a kill, but I was a little worried about all the explosions. So back off, get some more kills elsewhere, keep going. Now we got this sweet ass, like, cross-looking animation on my faceplate right now because of all the... Okay, you got that. That's cool, that's cool, cool, cool. This is not good hits. Nice, we managed to get off some scissors. But we're gonna die to dinosaurs if we don't get out of there, like, immediately. Take this. Perfect. It's a lot of HP back, thank you. Back off. Get this too. Oh yeah. Loving the amount of HP I got access to. Oh, land that black hole. Nice. Black hole landed. It's been easy. Okay, this is there we go. So this is how Ksenia works pretty much, obviously. The only thing that could have stopped us would have been a Rocco that had been able to stay safe instead of going out and getting himself killed a lot. Same goes for the Ulip. The Voltar didn't really even stand much of a chance either. Like, we steamrolled, let's be honest. And because that was, like, as quick as it was, I mean, I guess we'll attach another game to this one. So stay tuned, we'll be right back with some more Ksenia action. And we're back for our second match. We are here on the Starstorm Station, and we'll see how it turns out. We've changed skins because, you know what, you guys seem to be mad that I didn't play with skins at all last week, and you're like, nah, we're just skins. And I'm, like, talking about, like, maybe 2 people. Don't worry, fam. I got you covered. Skins are a go. Voltar again. Well, then just handle it, dude. Just handle it. We handled the Voltar just fine last time. I don't know why you're all worried about it. Okay, we're immediately going to go downstairs and pick up all the free solar. Now we have access to double jump, but at the same time, always be careful on Starstorm because you'd always die very easily. There's potentially a lot of bad here, so you know what? Don't get too crazy, okay? There we go. Another free 5 solar. We are going to have to play very safe this game. Their team is far tankier than the last one, doesn't stand still, and has far more in terms of burst than I do right now. It's going to be a difficult game, and we're going to need to make sure that we don't get caught out very often, if at all. With that said, however, we have... Oh, God. Save out Trim King. Whoa, okay. You teleported. Where did you go? You went someplace. Okay, go ahead and take that shit out and then run. Ow, my face. So, this is pretty much the entire game for us right now, is just dodge between lanes, don't die, get the regen necessary to be able to pick up a lot of burst HP very, very quickly. And if we ever land a really good black hole, do some daggers from a distance. Getting into melee to do dagger damage this game is going to be very difficult and almost, I wouldn't say impossible, but it's gonna be a tough sell for me. So our focus, I guess, this episode is, or at least on this chunk of the episode, is going to see if we can find a way to do long-range daggers. You know, play safely from the shadows. So we're going to try out the other playstyle for this character, honestly. Ooh, good kill, though. Good kill, good kill, good kill. Nice follow-up. Run. And you know what? There are options on that front, too. If you're a beginner Ksenia and you're like, oh no, I don't know how to go in there and do melee and do all the left-click canceling stuff, there are other options available for you for the low price of your soul and your life. An arm and a leg, at the very least. But like in all seriousness, it's not like it's going to be a sale down at the break this Sunday, but there is a way to be able to play Xenia differently. And I think that it might be in our best interest to do that this episode to start off with. It's not the burstiest way to play. I wouldn't say it's the smartest way to play, but it can be super good. And if only we were only off by a little bit of damage there, so that almost worked. I don't know why Lynn's typing right now, because we could be like, you know, clearing lanes and stuff. There we go. Lanes have been cleared. Going down to the bottom lane. Look how fast this lane gets cleared. And look how much I don't even care about the sentry. See, I'm kind of waiting for the sentry to put out black hole before I do my barrel roll. Because putting out the barrel roll is not hard to do. The Voltar dropped into it, but it wasn't happening. So let's go upstairs, deal with this creep wave very, very quickly, because it's easy to do. Like, takes less than a second. Okay, well that's bad news. Getting caught on that anchor there is an unfortunate side effect of me getting a little too aggro, but that's okay. We didn't die, that's the main thing. We also have access to the middle! Okay, we didn't die. There's no creeps here. Okay, there is one creep there, don't worry about it. We got all this cleared out right now. Perfect. Now, for those of you wondering, but what upgrade did you pick up at the beginning of both games? The upgrade I've got is Frog Afro. It's a really good DPS increase for your left click, which you're using if you're playing Xenia a lot of the time. It increases your ability to deal damage to anything so long as there aren't 2 enemy Awesomenauts. If there's 1, you're fine, but if there's 2, then suddenly it becomes a little bit more difficult to do stuff. The increased damage is actually super worth it. So you need to make sure that you do your best to you know, run around and apply it whenever possible. It's not going to be as useful during team fights, but in one-on-one pickoff situations, you're going to be doing so much more than you would be normally with that upgrade. Which is why I start with it. It's also relatively cheap, so it doesn't cost us a dang thing. Now, with that said, we have the basics that we need for any Xenia build. Like, your core build is pretty much just get the laser-bladed scissors upgrade. It's the only damage upgrade for your scissors. Get it. Just use it. Absolutely 100%. Keep it on tap. Keep it on the payroll, because without it, your character's useless. It is that important to land. We're gonna go ahead and toss out another couple of daggers there, which puts our total turret damage to 248. Yeah, I'm the fucking best, dude. Oh, that looked very promising for a minute there. That's okay. You know what? Just run. That's fine. Thanks to Sexy Shrimp King, we're going to be able to get out of there in one piece. Okay. No, 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 no. There we go. We got one. We got one. It took us a little bit of work and a little bit of luck, honestly. But, you know, we landed a couple of daggers and it helped out that way. So, I think probably the best tip for Xenia, outside of, like, master the mechanics, which in this case are, like, attack canceling and, you know, a couple of other things here and there. The best thing you could possibly do for this character is, like, get your timing down. You know, like, look at your mini-map and never be unaware of what's going on the map. Good stuff. We're going to go ahead and take that turret by throwing daggers at it. What a time to be alive. Like, it is super worth mentioning with this character that if you got the right timing, you can do a lot of damage from a distance, and all that really matters is that you land everything at the correct, in the correct opportunity. Like, right there was the correct time to put out our daggers. Would it have been better to be able to go in melee? Sure, but like I'm not sure if I had the HP to do so, so I'm taking it a little easier here. I'm gonna back off now that I got 400 solar. That's a lot to be carrying around in your pocket, and because all 3 of the opponents are up and alive, but they're not on our side of the map, I'll take it easy. So what I'm going to pick up right now are 2 upgrades. Steel Feathers. Each hit of my scissor throw will reduce the cooldown of Vanish by a second, and then so long as I am in Vanish mode, my scissors come back quicker. The idea is this. Unlike the last build, which is purely go in melee and blow the crap out of somebody, which is definitely the, like, more competitively minded way of playing this character, there's a lot going on. There's a lot going on with the ability to just move around the map, put out a bunch of daggers, and then get your daggers back very, very quickly because you'll be in Vanish mode. So, that's going to be our priority. Leave. Look at that. All of our daggers are back. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We got most of our cooldown back as well. So we've pushed the lane, and we got Vanish back to go as well. So it's reasonable for split push. It's reasonable for all kinds of things. Back off. We got all of our daggers back. It doesn't work against turrets if I remember correctly, so just take it easy for now. It does make it viable against droids now, though, because every time we hit a droid with it, we get our stuff back. Okay. Come on in to Paradise City. But the grass is green and the girls are pretty. Hey, would you look at all these daggers tonight? Oh, that's a lot of damage, but we might die for it if we're not careful. We did not die. What a lucky time to be alive. You know what? I'm going to head home. This is not a time to try and run around and get an HP regen. We won't get enough to stick around and live. I'm going to grab Wraithstone at this point. Wraithstone is a really good upgrade depending on the map you're in. So Wraithstone, quick mini lesson. Wraithstone is one of those upgrades that's really good so long as your map has access to a lot of safe creeps. If you have access to a lot of safe creeps, then you're in a much better spot that way. We're going to quickly grab this. Regenerate most of our daggers very, very fast. Land most, if not all, of our daggers and almost kill the man, which is great. We have Vanish back up and ready to go. Okay, by the time they get back here, we'll have all 4 of our daggers. Oh, come on. This is the time and the season for McLovin. Okay, now by the time that they try to come back out to do another aggression move with Mecha Knight's stuff, oh, we're going to do a decent amount of damage, and thanks to the silence, survive. What a lucky move on our part. I'm glad that we managed it, but like, woohoo, a little close. We managed to get one of the neutral creeps, which practically healed us up back to full, but now our teammates are practically dead, and you know what, we're going to go elsewhere. So this bottom lane looks pretty easy to push, and since they're still dealing with top, screw it. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Barrel roll out like a boss. Why are you sorry? I don't understand. Okay, so we got all 4 of our daggers back by the time we... Whoa, hello! Good stuff. Shrimp King. Buddy, I have come. I've come to be of help. I'm not sure if I'll succeed. There is a beacon in the middle. I don't like that. That's usually a sign that the sentry is keeping his eye on the mini-map, or he wants to know what's going on in that bottom area without dying. Either way, it's bad news. Okay, wait for Lynn to do stuff. In this particular match, I pretty much like dedicated myself to being a long-range spammer harasser type of deal by putting out daggers whenever possible and getting the cooldowns to work for me. So this is the kind of build that we got going on. It's a little cheesy, but it seems to be working overall, so I'm not going to go ahead and knock it too hard. And we can still do the regular build immediately afterwards by getting a couple kills, by walking up and attack canceling everything in the face. So like, this build is a little bit more hybridized. It offers more options, but if you know what you're doing with Xenia, it still works out better that way. So definitely do that kind of thing. Don't worry about it too much. Yeah, this has been a very good game for us. Just remember to attack cancel properly and you're good to go effectively. Vanish into the shadows. Get all of my charges back. Put out like another, like, maybe close to 300 and something damage. Alright, we have 600 solar. That's way too much. So with our solar, there's 2 options that we can do. We can either go for longer range, which is safer, which is not bad, or you can go for Occam's Razor, which slows people down. You can go for, like, the Abrasive Hair Blaster is just not picked up, I think, and Interstellar Hair Trophy is occasionally picked up, so it's kind of up to you. I think in this case it might be better for us because they can't really outrun us to get Scroggle Hair Gel for the range, and work on getting Bobcat up to snuff. So Bobcat, or ooh, you know what? I'm gonna hold off on that because I got another idea. I have another idea. I have another plan. Do I want Silence? Do I want Caltrops? At this point, like, I'm honestly just shopping to annoy my teammates. Let's go Fury Blowout. So now we have even more daggers. Not that we need them. I think that might be overkill. We could have gone for a different left click upgrade and had a better time, I think. But at this, like, honestly, at this point, if we lose, I'll be impressed. Shit. Run. You ran. You ran so far away. It worked. The fact that I didn't get the kill there is obviously, like, a sign that I'm really bad and I need to, like, you know, think about, you know, my future, my friends, and my family. Missed most of my damage there. That's fine. Go back into invis mode. Watch the daggers come back. Then come in like a wrecking ball and miss everything. Okay, well, that means I'm probably dead. I'm not dead. Okay, get your daggers. Back off. There we go. Now that we're invisible, we have our daggers back up, which means that we can just spam our daggers, which dealt enough damage that we got a kill. Then we can go back into invis mode and then hang out for a second. Find an avenue in which to go in. Then boom, 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 boom! Kill a man! Then bounce! Land a couple more daggers. Boom! Back into invis mode. Look at our daggers come back up. It's nice. It's easy. We can stay in invis mode for a really long time. Oh, he's gonna come in. He's gonna come in. Oh, boom, 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 boom! It works. It has worked. I feel like a shiny, golden Xenia player. Granted, I get the distinct feeling I'm not playing the best, that other people would play much better. But this, I think, kind of shows what Xenia is capable of doing. Like, those are the two major ways of playing her. Either way, the core is the same, and if you've got a fundamental grasp of her core mechanics, you end up doing just really well no matter how you build Xenia. But, she is a high damage, high skill kind of Naut. If you're interested in her, I mean, you do you guys, have fun. But our games worked out pretty well today, so that's nice. Thank you everybody so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed yourselves. If you did, be sure to let me know. Hit the like button down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video.